Sorry, students. Okay. So, with a picture, I will explain the entire thing. So, look at carefully. That you know that lithosphere are divided into two groups, two main parts, that is continents and ocean basin. Can you see the board, students, clearly? Okay. Okay. I am fine. So just mute your microphone. So this is the watery part, okay? This is the oceans. All the oceans, and these are the mountainous part, the plains, plateaus, the mountains, okay, all are situated here, and these are the oceans, okay. And what is continent? The large land masses. These large land masses on the surface of earth are known as continents, but the rest of the part is covered with water, that is also comes under the hydrosphere. But below the ocean, this portion, this is also the part of lithosphere, okay. The ocean floors or ocean basin, it is also the part of lithosphere. A lot of tiny animals, marine animals, many algae, tiny some trees, corals, okay, and different type of animals, they also lived on the surface of the oceans, okay. So they are also the animal of the ocean basins. All the oceans of the earth, they actually connected with each other. You can see the globe or the map, it is present in page number 31, that all the oceans, they are connected with each other, and there are 5 main oceans. We'll read in detail in hydrosphere portion. Now today we discuss about the continents, that the elevation of land on each continents measured from the sea level, known as 0 meter, okay. So this is the level, it is 0 meter. I'm writing in short, MT, okay. So from 0 meter we can calculate the highest portion of the earth from the sea level. This is from sea level we can measure the height of the continents and the land masses, okay. Suppose the Burdwan in your city, this Burdwan is situated from 100 meter to 150 meter above the sea level, okay, just 100 meter from the sea level. But the Darjeeling, it is city situated in the mountains of Himalaya, it is the height of Darjeeling is more than 2000 meter. It is situated above the 2000 meter from the sea level, okay. So Darjeeling, suppose situated here, it is 0 meter, it is 2000 meter, okay. In the similar way, the highest peak of the earth, it is, do you know the name of the highest peak? Who it is? Anjali, you cannot see the board. Check your net connection, the board is clear. Okay. So tell me the highest peak of the earth. Yes. Arish, it is Mount Everest. Very good. Deeptak also. Tanaz. Okay. So Tanaz, check your internet connection. I think there's some problem. Okay, so this is the highest peak, Mount Everest. And the height is 8,848 meter. Do you know the height was measured by Indian, a Bengali especially? Do you know the name of this person who measured the highest peak of the world, Mount Everest? Yes, very good. It is Radhanath Sikdar. Radhanath Sikdar, a famous mathematician and geologist, worked under the Surveyor General of India in the British period, Sir George Everest, under the George Everest. So the mountain was named after the head of the Surveyor Department or Surveyor General of India, who surveyed the various mountains and land masses and landforms of India in the British period. Okay. And 1851 it was declared the highest peak as per the measurement done by Radhanath Sikdar. And he was using trigonometry. So do you know trigonometry? In future you will read in mathematics what is trigonometry. So with the help of trigonometry, he measured the height of Mount Everest. It is 8,848 meter and named on the head of the Surveyor Department, Sir George Everest. So that's why it's called Mount Everest. Okay. So now those people who first reach in the peak of this Mount Everest, do you know the name of the people who reached first at the peak of Mount Everest? Yes, very good. It is Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay. Edmund Hillary, a mountaineer from New Zealand, and Tenzing Norgay is from Darjeeling, India. He was, some people said he was born in Nepal, but he was an Indian citizen. So and the date on which they reached to the summit is 1953, 29th May 1953 they reached the summit of Mount Everest. Okay, it's a remarkable achievement for them. After that, a lot of people also try to conquer the peak of Mount Everest. Okay, and female also, they reached the summit. Junko Tabei, a Japanese mountaineer, first reached on the top of the Mount Everest in 16th May 1975. Name is Junko Tabei. So remember the name carefully. And first Indian lady who reached the top of the mountain, that is Bachendri Pal. And Bachendri Pal reached the top of the Mount Everest on 23rd May 1984. Okay, students? Yes, very good, Shreyan. So these are the important information. Now we back to our main topic. It is the continent. So now we're going to discuss all the continents one by one. Okay, so another thing, students, I forgot to mention that is the another thing, that is the deepest part of the world. Yes, very good. Yes. So if it is Mount Everest, okay, so then it is Mariana Trench. And the depth is, do you know the depth? 11,022 meter. It's the deepest part of the world. So can you imagine the difference of the highest part and the deepest part of the world? It's a huge difference. It is almost 20,000 meter. Okay, and 1,000 means 1 kilometer. 1,000 meter means 1 kilometer. So can you imagine what is the huge difference between the highest and deepest part? Now another information that this part was undiscovered, but it was discovered later, and humans also reached to the deepest part of the world. Recently a movie director, James Cameron from Hollywood, he reached the deepest part of the Mariana Trench with the help of a special type of submarine. Okay, and because the submarine is specially made with some special alloy and special equipments, because the water pressure was huge. You can imagine the water pressure in 11,022 meter. You can feel the pressure if you just go under the water in swimming pool or any pond, then it's a huge water pressure you can feel. But it is a, you can imagine that what was the amount was present, what was the amount of pressure that absorbed by the submarine on that place. Okay, okay, yes, Irish is very good. Now I just mentioned all the 7 continents, and the 7 continents I'm mentioning one by one. Okay, so number 1, it is the Asia. So Asia is the largest continent of the world. Okay, and the continent is lies in the eastern hemisphere, and most of the part of the continent also lies in northern hemisphere, north of the equator. And the Tropic of Cancer passes through this continent, and Asia is also separated from a mountain range called Ural mountain range from the Europe, and the land masses of Europe and Asia together called Eurasia. Okay, so this is the information about the Asia. Number 2, it is the second largest continent. It is Africa. Okay, and in Africa, second largest continent, it is Africa. So Africa is surrounded by 3 oceans and 1 sea. Okay, students, if you have any message or query, you can type here. Okay, you can type in the chat box. Yes, Asia covers about 1/3 part of the total and land area of the earth. Yes, Tanas, very good. And the Africa is the second largest continent, and the Africa surrounded by 3 big oceans in south, and it is the Indian Ocean. Okay, and very deep it is the Arctic Ocean, and in the eastern side it is Indian Ocean, in western side Atlantic Sea, in north it is Mediterranean Sea. Okay, Irish, what is the meaning of this sentence? I cannot understand. I am not teaching the time zone. Okay, ask only the relevant questions. So, and listen carefully about the continents. And Africa is only continent, the 3 major latitudes passes through it. Okay, suppose if I draw this is Africa, and the 3 major lines, this is Madagascar also here, and Seychelles. Okay, So three major lines, the 0 degree, sorry, it is the 23 and half degree north, 23 and half degree south, and 0 degree. So these three major latitudes passes through it. Okay, it is the only continent in the world from where the three major latitudes passes. So remember these things. And the Sahara Desert, the world's largest hot desert, situated here. Okay. It covers most of the part. So Sahara Desert also situated in Africa, the largest desert of the earth. And the longest river of the world, it is the Nile, also situated here. You may have read in history that about the civilization of the Egypt that was also developed on the banks of river Nile. Amazon in South America. Okay, when we'll discuss the South America, then I'll tell you about the Amazon. So remember, don't confuse. Nile is the longest and Amazon is the largest river. Okay, so both are different. And you will notice that the world's longest river is Nile and flows through Africa. Okay, so this is about the Africa. Now we're going to discuss the another continent, that is Europe. Okay, that is Europe. And Europe is a much smaller than Asia. The continent lies to the west of Asia. Okay, and the Arctic Circle passes through it. The Arctic Circle passes through Europe, and it is bound by water bodies on three sides. On the west, Atlantic Sea; in the north, Arctic Ocean; and in the south, Mediterranean Sea; and in the east, it is Asia. Okay. So this is the location of Europe, and most of the developed countries also present in Europe. Okay. So students, today up to this. So next day I'll discuss the rest of the 4 continents as well as new domains, that is hydrosphere. So I hope you have understood. If you have any question, ask me. Yes, Tanas, the 0 degree latitude is runs almost in the middle of the continent. Longest mountains? No, longest mountain, it's not South Africa, it is South America. Okay, Ashmita, it's wrong. It is Andes. Andes in South America, longest. Yes, Shreyan is correct. It is not in South Africa, it is in South America. Okay. Smallest continent, obviously, the Oceania or Australia. Okay, students, bye. Okay. So, bye, students. That's all from today's class. See you in the next class.